Let me ask you a question. For how many times did you send your beats to an artist and he just tell you like, yo bro, that's fire, or in the worst case, he used a free beat, released that, didn't pay you, blow up a little bit, but didn't hit you up back. This happened to me so many times, and I was thinking that the mistake is in my beats or in my talent. But the problem was that I didn't know who is serious artists with real goals, with real momentum. If you are a music producer and you are trying to level up your business, this video is for you. Stop yapping and let's fucking get it. The number one thing what serious artists are actually looking for is consistency with your sound. Not one viral beat what gonna have 2,000 plays on a TikTok. They are looking for actually like sound what gonna stand them out from other artists. That's the first thing first, and you actually want it to be consistent with this. Here is why this matter more than you think. When the artists are going to looking for a producer and he's going to think about that he is going to invest to you or to a music producer $1,000, he's going to think about this like that. Like, if I'm going to spend with this producer $1,000, am I going to get the high quality beats all the time in next like 6 months? Yes or no? And if you can do this, you are actually like one step ahead from other producers if you can be actually consistent with that and being professional with this. So what does the consistently actually look like practically? The first thing first, it's your sound. Your sound should be definitely different than the sound from other producers. I know in these days, it's so hard to have like your own sound with your unique melodies and stuff like that. But like in the end of the day, you actually wanted to have something what other producers don't have. I'm not trying to say that you have to make some new genre or something like that. You just actually have to have some things in your sound so the artist can actually like know that's, yeah, this is Fanny 808 sound, or yeah, this is this producer and stuff like that. So that's the first thing first, your own sound. The second thing is your output schedule. And this means that if you are dropping beats or tracks consistently, or if you just show up with your content or something only like once per month and stuff like that, the artists actually have to see that you are actually like serious about this and that you are like consistent with it, dropping new stuff every day or every week. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing is your communication. If your communication sucks, you are cooked for real. You actually have to be very professional with this in any other business. If someone going to hit you up, if someone going to send you an email or DM or send you just message and you're going to respond in next week or in next 2 weeks, probably you do not gonna get the deal, or probably you do not gonna get the relationship. The artist is going to think that, this guy is not serious about that. So your communication have to be fast, professional, and just good. The second thing is clean offer. Serious artists are running a business, and the worst thing what you can actually do is make them figure out how they can buy from you. That's the worst thing. So you actually wanted to have a clear offer, what you can actually do for them. Just DM me isn't an offer. Here's a sample 3-tier list of an offer. The first offer is like the entry to work with you, or just the smaller offer what you can have. In this offer, you can have unlimited access to all of your beats and some bonus like a mix and a master for 2 tracks or something like that. That's the tier 1, the cheapest one, the entry point. Tier 2, the main offer, what you wanted to sell the most, because like it's do not gonna be most expensive, but it do not gonna be for like cheap price. In this offer, you can have more things like unlimited access to all of your beats, few custom beats or 1 custom beat, mixing and mastering, and help with their content. That's gonna be your main offer, and you actually wanted to sit down and think about that. What all things you can actually do for the artist. So let's say if you're playing on a guitar, if you're doing a mixing and mastering, if you are good at something what you can provide to the artist, just write these things down and write to that so you know what you can actually offer to the artist. If you're gonna have more things, you can actually charge bigger prices and make more money. So that was tier 2. Right now, you're gonna have the most expensive offer, what's gonna be like fully locked in with you, where you're going to get them like access to all of your beats, mixing and mastering, custom beats, feedback 24/7, help with their content and stuff like that. And this offer gonna be the most expensive. And every time when you're going to pitch this offer, you actually wanted to know how much the artist wanted to spend with you, so you can actually know which offer do you want it to pitch to the artist. Because like if you will know that the artists don't have that much money, you do not gonna pitch them the biggest offer what you have for 3K or something like that. It depends every time on the situation and stuff like that, but I hope you understand this. I will highly recommend to write down all your offers on a paper or to some document or something like that, so you can actually know what you can offer to the artist and you do not gonna forget on anything. And actually just sit down and think about that, all the things what you can actually offer to the artist, because how I already told you, more things what you can do for the artist, more money they're going to spend with you. The first thing is the right social proof. And what I mean by this, you actually want it to move like a business, you actually want it to have your own personal brand. And I know this sounds like a cliche, but like in the end of the day, if you do not gonna treat this like a real business, you do not gonna make a big money. The first thing first is artist testimonials. You can post like on your Instagram profile, or all your artists who are you making tracks with, all your placements, all of your like funny reels, TikToks or something like that, cosigns and like progress when you are working with artists or when you are working in the studio. There's like few things what actually going to help you to level up your career and to level up your personal brand, because the artists are going to see that you are actually serious about this and that you are not just making beats in your bedroom. And also the placements can actually help you with this, because like in these days I feel that it's not that much hard to like get a placement with some major artists. And when are you going to have these placements, these artists are going to look at you to someone who actually like do something for some big people, and they're gonna take them like the thing that they actually wanted to work with you. If you work with this guy and this guy, you know, they're gonna actually like give you kind of the profi status or something like that. But I'm not trying to say that if you don't have any placements, you cannot make sustainable income from beats. I hope you just understanding what I'm trying to say right here. The fourth thing is communication and being professional. I know, again, this sounds like a cliche, but like if you actually do not gonna treat this like a real business, you do not gonna make a real business from that. So the first thing first is communication. How I already told you, if your communication gonna sucks, you gonna be cooked. You actually wanted to respond to your DMs, your emails, your messages so fast how you can, because if you're going to hit up someone and he's going to respond to you next week, next day, or next month, probably you do not gonna be like interesting in doing something with that guy. But if the guy who you're going to DM right now, he's going to respond to you in a few minutes or a few hours, you have bigger potential to build something with someone. And being professional. What I mean by this, every time when you are going to sign some deal with someone, you just wanted to do a contract with them, when you just going to write all the things what are you going to do for them, how much money are they going to pay for you and stuff like that, and you just going to sign it, send it to them, so you can actually be sure that they are really serious about that. And this thing are going to show to the artist that you are actually like serious about that when you are doing a contract for this. And every time when you are communicate with someone, just trying to be professional, try to talk like a fucking businessman and not like when you are talking with your friend. Like definitely when are you going to try to make some relationship, you have to talk with them like with your friends. I just feel that if you are going to actually talk with them like with your friend, they're just going to take you more like a friend and not more like a business partner, or not like someone who they wanted to spend the money. It really depends on the artist. Sometimes I make some cool relationship with the artists when I'm trying to like make a deal with them and stuff like that, but actually it really depends. But every time it's better to be like more professional and more kind of like a businessman than being just a friend, because I feel most of the time when you are going to create relationship friendly type shit, they are going to think that you are friends, and they are going to think that you can make everything for them free. Because like I noticed that every time when you are friend with someone and when he is doing something, they are thinking that you just can make everything for them for free because you are friends. But for me, I think that's the biggest bullshit, because if you are a friend with someone, you actually wanted to support them, so you are going to give them more money than they're going to charge you, because you are friends and you wanted to support each other. You know what I'm saying? But just be professional all the fucking time, right? Another thing is the invoices. You actually wanted to be able to send to the artist some clear invoice with a Stripe link on or a PayPal link. Again, it's gonna actually going to look more like a real business than if you're just going to give them your Cash App or something like that, you know? Just that's another little thing what the artist is going to see, like, oh, okay, this guy is really serious about that, and it just looks better from like the business side of things. And the last thing is vision beyond the beat. This is the last one, and this actually separates the good producers and the high quality professional producers who with the artists wanted to work with forever, and with these type of very professional producers, artists wanted to work all the fucking time. Most producers are thinking about this like a job, and it's totally okay, but like in the end of the day, the producers who are thinking more in long-term think they are actually going to better things, because they are just not thinking about that one sell, but they are thinking like how I can actually help you, the artist, to make his career better. What all the things what I can actually do for the artist so he can actually move on to the next level as an artist. They show up as in collaborators, not the vendors. Here's a few examples what you can do for that if you actually wanted to be the better producer. The first thing first, ask better questions. So for example, before you are going to send the beats, just ask the artist if he is looking for some specific type of beats, or is he working on some specific type of projects or something like that. The second thing is give them creative direction. Every time when the artist going to send you some track back, and you just going to feel that he can change something so the track and sounds better, just talk to them and tell them like, yo bro, I think if you're going to change this words, or if you're going to change this word, you're just going to make the track better. Like definitely if someone going to send you the track and the track going to sound like a trash, you don't want to talk to them like, yo bro, this is a fucking trash. You just wanted to tell them in a professional way like, yo bro, I think you should change this and that, and I think that going to be better. Because the serious artists are not looking for someone who is just going to tell them, oh yeah, that's fire, for all of their track. They are looking for someone who is actually help them to make their tracks better. The first thing is think about their career, not about one track. And if you're actually going to start thinking like this, that you are going to think about the career of the artist more than you just care about the one project or one EP. And if you are going to actually give them like your thoughts on their careers and stuff like that, the artist is gonna have like much more power from you, and actually you can actually help someone to make a better life, because you're actually going to start to think about their careers, not only for the one sell of the beat or for one project or something like that. So in the end of the day, bro, if you are going to be able to actually help the artists to make a better career, they will want it to work with you all the fucking time, because that makes sense. If someone going to you and help you to make you better music production career, you want it to work with them too for all the time, because like if his systems and like things and thoughts gonna works, that makes sense that you will want it to work with someone who is going to give you like better thoughts on your career and stuff like that. And the last thing is be someone who they want to call. The relationship with the artist is so important too. You cannot be like the businessman all the time. Sometimes you just have to be a normal person. Like if you are just talking about your friend, I know I told you that you have to communicate professional, but in the same time, you just don't want it to be the businessman all the time. Just the artists who are actually coming back to you, they feel that you are actually in their team. And the thing is that if you're going to have some good deal with them, you want it to be in their team if they are paying you good amount of money for that. And I know I told you about this, that you actually don't want it to be like a friend with them, but in the end of the day, the good relationship is better than anything else, because like some artists can bring you more deals, more artists, more placements and stuff like that. So if you know that the relationship is worth it for that, definitely go for that relationship thing too. But every relationship have to have some limits. You do not gonna have the same relationship with some artists like with your friend or something like that. And you definitely don't want it to chase only relationships for the deals and stuff like that. I hope you know what I'm trying to say. Let's recap 5 things what the serious artists are actually looking for. First thing first, consistency over flashiness. Your whole presence should say professional. Second thing, a clear offer. Make it easy for artists to say yes. Third thing, the right social proof. Placements, content, testimonials, and stuff like that. The fourth thing, communication and being professional. contracts, fast replies, and invoices. And the last thing, vision beyond the beat. Show up as a collaborator, ask good questions. If you are an artist and you are looking for some kind of relationship with music producer like this, just hit the first link in the description and I'm just gonna see if I can actually help you. Also, if you are a music producer and if you want me to help you to level up your career, just hit me up one-on-one on my Instagram and I got you. I hope you get some new information from this. If you like this video, please leave like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my Instagram, and see you in another video. Peace, bruh.